Welcome everyone. It's time to get ready for the gripping season-long pursuit of the FedEx Cup, presented by 2K Sports and the PGA Tour. Opening round coverage of this exciting event is about to begin. Hello everyone, I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and we've got Henny Koyak and John McCarthy out on the course. Oh, Rich, how good's this day going to be? It's exciting. I can feel it in my veins already. Our featured player has a rivalry brewing with another one out on the course. But before we get into that, please take us through this course.
Anytime you name a golf course after a, lethal snake, you might be onto something at how difficult it might be. Yeah, again, it's in lovely Tampa, but this golf course, there's nothing friendly about it. It's so demanding, I think, off the tee, because you have tee shots that work one way, and then you also have the fairway that tilts the opposite way. It just sometimes doesn't make any sense, and it's hard to play this golf course if you're not driving it very well. But if you're chipping and putting it, then you really might like it. But it's fun, it's hard, but it's named after a dangerous snake, so I'm not going to say it's really fun. Would you? I would not.
That's the way to get out of a fairway bunker. Catch ball and let it fly. Playing from 110 yards out. That was a beauty. Oh, these are big momentum putts. Let's make this one from 9 feet.
A really good look at birdie.
All right, John, you've been reading them well all day. Take us through this putt.
Pretty sure this is going to move to the left.
Hey, nice looking line. That's a well-played hole, but in the end, just tap it in for a par. That was a sensational approach, Rich, but you've got to feel like an opportunity was lost. He's currently tied for 5th. Water is a feature here at the Copperhead course of Innisbrook Resort, Rich, and it comes into play at the second.
Downhill tee shot, you want to keep your tee shot out to the right as best you can to take out the trees that hug the left-hand side. Green sits well above the player's second shot. They won't see how close they hit it from the fairway.
Oh, look at this soar through the air.
Second shot on the second. Oh, that one's straight at the pipe. Oh, that's a great shot. It sets up a wonderful birdie look here at the second. It's just about 3 feet away. Job done. Let's head to the next. And that will take him now to 1 under for the event. Rich, it's a challenge, to say the very least, the third hole.
Yes, most players aren't going to take out driver as they just want to lay it back of the water that creeps out on the right-hand side. From there, it shortens up the second shot, believe it or not, to a green that pitches from right to left fairly severely. Your misses can't be out to the right with your second shot. That is a no-no.
He might need this one to sit down a bit. That one's just found its way onto the first step. He's setting up for his second shot. I think he's caught that one quite nicely.
For against the wind to stick that one.
And here we have the Englishman, Matt Fitzpatrick. What's he got in front of him here? Didn't that look good for a long time? Okay, time to return to the action. Oh, good look at a birdie here. All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
Yeah, he's staring down about 12 feet.
Just missing the birdie there. That's a shame. Now, that's got to be frustrating. Hit such a great approach shot in, but wasn't able to convert. Currently 1 under for the round. The 4th hole, the first of the par 3s on the property, and you've got to be dialed in on your number.
This is a challenging par 3, no doubt about it, Luke. This green pitches from right to left and from front to back, making it almost impossible to get it super close unless you have a perfect number into this par 3.
Going with the 6-iron here. And he's safely on the green. Sadly hasn't made a putt all day. Hopefully that can change here. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
So, straight for the most part, with a little bit of left at the end.
That's a great play at a great time, because they've not only moved up the leaderboard, they've now moved 1 shot in front of their rival. Trailing by a couple of strokes now. Stretching out over 600 yards means the par 5 5th is no snack.
It is. Luke, I rarely say that par 5s on the PGA Tour are challenging, but this is definitely one of them. It's an uphill tee shot and a second shot that is downhill, moving from right to left, that's completely blind for these players. There is a tree about 100 yards out, which is going to be something they aim at when they lay up. Third shot, though, is very basic, down the hill to a fairly flat green surrounded by some bunkers. More than likely, most players are going to have to lay it up on this par 5.
Second shot here on the 5th.
No harm, no foul there with that shot.
From the sand, looking to get up and down. That was a gallant attempt. This is the major champion, Matt Fitzpatrick now. Only a few shots off the pace. Boy, Rich, that was a big-time save, that one. And that'll promote a good move up the standings. These putts really add up at the end of the day, right on 12 feet.
This for par.
And he's down there. You got a read?
I've got it going right to left here.
Right on 4 feet. Should make this one. And he'll drop down the leaderboard after that effort. The tee shot also critical here at the par 4 6th at 455 yards.
This is probably the hardest fairway to hit on the PGA Tour, Luke. This fairway cambers from right to left at a pretty good clip, and unless you work your tee shot from left to right, a high, soft shot, you're not going to find the fairway. This is almost impossible. The second shot will be from an awkward stance where the ball is above you or below you to a green that's perched a little bit above the players. Thankfully, though, it's a very flat green.
This would be a great up and down. This is his fourth shot. 2 strokes off the lead. Well, that's disappointing. This putt's for double. And Henny, what's he looking at for this putt?
This one, guys, he's got around 9 feet.
Looks good.
And nicely holed. And he'll drop down to 1 over for the event. Standing on the 7th tee, players get to breathe a sigh of relief having the 6th behind them.
You know, Luke, this is sneaky hard, to be fair. You don't need driver, and so you might get lulled to sleep a little bit by taking 3-wood out just for position. Any misses to the right or the left, and you'll be blocked out by some pretty gnarly trees. The green tilts from right to left ever so slightly, and watch out for those deep bunkers fronting this green. They'll grab your golf ball in a hurry.
This one should find the rough. This would be a great up and down. This putt for par here. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
An uphill left to righter.
This one's tracking. Nicely holed. And for par. Sitting at 1 over for the event. Well, if you haven't felt snake bitten already, the 8th at 230 yards, Rich, will certainly get you.
Everybody loves a 230-yard par 3, don't we, Luke? They're just wonderful, wonderful designs, and I'm laughing because this is nearly impossible. This green is just a sliver up there. A high shot moving a little bit from left to right is an absolute must on this par 3.
Going with the 5-wood. Second shot here on the 8th. A 7-footer right here. And the par just slides by. Unfortunate bogey coming up. Now 5 strokes behind. Ball striking continues to be the order of the day as the players arrive on the 9th tee, a par 4.
Yes, just thread those bunkers off the tee shot somehow with the driver. Second shot is going to be straight back up the hill. And once again, with the pin position over on the right-hand side, players will be unable to see where their golf ball pitches. This is a quality par 4.
Well struck. And time to check in with Matt Fitzpatrick from England, standing over this next shot. Just a couple back from our leader. Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? This is the second shot here on the 9th hole. Great looking shot, this. Well, that certainly makes putting a lot easier when you can hit a shot like that.
And a fantastic look upcoming.
Always nice to have a birdie putt. Yeah, nice effort from him. He bounces back from the bogey at the last hole. So, Rich, give us a halftime report.
Well, this has been entertaining so far, hasn't it? The players behind their rival at the turn, but that's just temporarily. They got 9 more holes to go, some good opportunities on the back 9 to catch them. Let's see how this all ends up.
Oh, well played. This is his second shot. Currently 4 shots off the pace. Okay, that'll work. And a chance to get back to even with the card with this putt. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Setting up this putt 14 feet from the cup.
Looking better.
Nice one. 4th birdie of the day.
Back-to-back birdies, moving the right direction there, Luke.
Well, good move there. Anything north on the leaderboard's always pleasant. Very few parts of the golf course make you feel comfortable, but chance of birdie at 11.
Finally, we have a birdie hole. Just avoid that bunker down the left-hand side. Find the right-hand side of the fairway, and you can go ahead and chase one up there. Even if you can't get it on the green in 2, that front bunker is not a bad leave. But beware, there are some trees over on the right-hand side that could block you out.
Yeah, that one will play. Even for the day. That was wonderfully done. Didn't quite have the right stuff there.
Gotta believe the wind affected the golf ball there. This would be a momentum saver here, getting this up and down.
Oh, I thought that one was going in. This one just outside 7 feet to the hole. Ooh. Oh dear, this next putt now for double bogey. And that putt will drop. Well done. And that will drop him to 2 over now for the tournament. Well, a birdie's also in your heart, standing on the 12th tee. A short par 4, Rich. Decisions to be made?
Just a long iron or a hybrid for this tee shot here, Luke. Second shot, you're coming in with some kind of short iron to a green that's protected by a deep bunker in the front.
Well, this is not a good outcome. Buried in the deep stuff. That's well executed. This one's heading towards the green. Scorecard filled with threes never hurts. Good putt to make this. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
This putt is around 36 feet away from the cup.
That's disappointing. That's frustrating. Unfortunate thing to happen, but it can in golf. Ooh. Just a 4-footer remaining. Don't want to miss it. Could be costly.
You know, some bogeys are good bogeys.
This next putt for double bogey. Just a short putt remaining here. Sitting at 5 over for the day. Lucky 13 for some. This par 3 plays 200 yards.
Luke, I've never seen a green in golf repel more golf balls than the 13th here at Innisbrook. It's like it's made out of Gore-Tex. Golf balls just don't stay on it. It is really one of the hardest shots at this Innisbrook golf course.
Opting for the hybrid, I think. That one just missing the fairway, but not a bad outcome. Let's get back to it, shall we? Time for the second shot here at the 13th. And that will drop from the edge of the green. And let's have one more look at that shot. Sitting at +5 for the day. The second of the back nine, par 5's Rich 14. There's plenty to it.
Only the biggest hitters in the game can reach this one in two, so any tee shot just out to the right is ideal. That way it leaves an easier shot out to the left for your layup. The third shot will be going downhill to a green that tilts from back to front, guarded by a deep bunker over on the left-hand side. You find the fairway with your second shot, you've got a really good chance to hit your third in there close.
Time for the second shot at the 14th. And look at that. Focus solely on the green. This is a bold play. And here we are with the third shot. Just 4 feet remaining between him and the hole. Mark it down, that's birdie number 5. Now 8 shots back after that hole. The long par 3 continues to be a feature here at the Copperhead course, and 15's no different.
It is. Thankfully, though, this is the flattest green, or one of the flattest greens on the golf course here. It's basically just a long iron down the hill to this flat green, but don't miss it left. That is no good.
Opting for the 5-wood. Yeah, not a bad shot, that one. This putt is about 16 feet.
This for back-to-back birdies.
And he's down there. You got a read?
You know, it's tough to see, a tricky read, but it's uphill and a left-to-righter.
Pace is always important. Get that speed right. A par putt on the table.
This putt still needs a lot of attention. There's a lot of break on it.
Currently at 4 over for the day. The Copperhead course, the snake pit, we're right in the middle of it.
There's some trees over on the right-hand side that you want to take it just left of to find the center of the fairway. From there, you're going to go in with a mid-iron to a really small green. A high, soft shot is required to hold this green.
Second shot here on the 16th. Looks to be going with the 5-iron. And that one has found its way onto the green. That's a good shot, but some work ahead still. And Matty Fitzpatrick now setting up with this look. Good mid-range putt, this one. An 18-footer. John, have you got a read on this one? What's it going to do?
Well, this should start out pretty straight and then head to the right as it gets towards the hole.
Well, I don't mind this par putt. Our work here is done. Let's head to the next hole. And now at +4 for the round. The final hole of the Snake Pit, an uphill par 3. Again, 210+ yards.
The final challenging par 3 on this golf course. Good news is, though, is the green funnels in from both the right and left edges. Most shots are going to end up right in the center of this green.
Going with the 5-wood. Well, this would be a big putt to make. A birdie always nice, but particularly when it's a 2. Okay, John, what's he looking at with this putt?
This looks like around 35 feet to the hole.
That one's going to break a long way from the left.
Good putt there. That'll work.
Not a bad effort right there from long range. Big breaking putt. He just didn't quite read it right, but it'll be an easy par.
Okay, let's head to the next. And now at +4 for the event. We've made our way to the final tee here of Innisbrook's Copperhead course, and Rich, no real reprieve.
Not at all. Tee shots have to favor the right-hand side, staying short of those bunkers down the right. The bunkers on the left will see a lot of action, and good luck getting it on the green from there. This green is probably one of the nastiest on the golf course, as it's got a severe tilt from back to front and left to right as well. This is truly one of the best par 4 finishing holes on the PGA Tour.
Hoping for a bounce here, preferably to the left. Yep, that shot's safely on the green. 18 feet to the cup. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
Gently does it. It's downhill, breaking off to the right-hand side here.
Ooh. This must be frustrating. Time to get back on that green. Looks like a pretty straightforward 5-footer to me. His round has come to a close with a bogey. So the opening round in the books, Rich. Impressed with your efforts here in the booth. Thanks for your time.
Same to you, Luke. See you tomorrow.
Well, that'll just about do it. On behalf of Rich Beam, I'm Luke Elvey. Thanks for tuning in. Look forward to your company next time.